measure. It's already immeasurable. So keep that compassion, keep that positive emotion, and develop that positive emotion until we are like our own habits, until we, without having any difficulties to have this compassion, then very easy to gain this first bhumi. So we are gaining this the cause of the bodhisattva.
But does that something like automatic? When you develop your compassion, at the same time, does that diminish your karma? Or do you have to work on the both sides?
Okay. Well, of course, whenever you develop compassion, you are also accumulating karma. Good karma, not bad karma. Good karma which also reborn you and better life, which the life has a better opportunity to meet the authentic teacher, receive incitable teaching. Those kind of karma you can be created once you develop compassion, positive attitude. So that will make a karma, and until reach bhumis and 10th bhumis, you can accumulate some karmas, contaminate. But right now, whatever we create karmas are the contaminate karmas. Once bhumi reach bhumi stage, when they create karmas, uncontaminated karma, incontaminated. Can you use? Can I use? Yeah, uncontaminated karmas. That means pure karmas, without pollute with negative, worldly attitude or thinkings. That kind of karmas, they can create it. Also, bodhisattva have to create those karmas because they have to born in this samsara. They will not born in this samsara without cause and conditions. They were born in this samsara with cause and conditions. Their cause and condition and our cause and condition to reborn in samsara is different. Our cause and condition reborn here is created by the defilement. But bodhisattva born in this samsara by karma, which is created by compassion, created by this bodhicitta. So they also created karma as well, but the positive karma, good karma.
Thank you.
Okay.
Kempo, my question is, it seems to me that compassion is the utmost important to walk the Mahayana path. My question is, how do one know that one has developed real compassion? How will one feel? And also, how do I develop this compassion? Thank you.
Okay, very good. And how to develop this compassion? How we know we are compassionate or not, right? The how to develop the compassion. I think understanding, improving understanding other beings' position is the key of the developed compassion. Most of the ordinary beings have no compassion on others because they not really understood others' position. Those people who have a bad habit of fishing, they go to sea and a river and just fish and dry the fish on the hot sand. Actually, they really don't understand how fish is a suffer. They're just ignoring that part, just fishing on it. Even they don't eat, just fish and then dry on the hot sand. They just dry up. we should be understood that because they don't understand how fish suffer it. If they can put their food in fish's shoes, and they will really automatically will generate compassion, because we already see it, and then contagion is gathering there. And most of the people have a lack of compassion because they're not understanding enough others, not enough putting their feet in others' shoes. That's why the lack of the compassion. So it's the key of the developing the compassion is putting our position in others, ourselves in others' position, and imagining, visualizing ourselves, that person or that beings, that, and just imagine how. For example, like if you imagine the fish, if you are a fish who are survive on the water, if somebody just hook on your mouth, take out from the ocean and dry up on the hot sand, how you feel? If you are not in fish, you are on the who survive on the air with have a real air. If you're putting somebody on the ocean, under the ocean, then what will happen? You will die. How will you feel? Same thing, like thinking like this kind of, that is tremendously help us to develop our compassion and generate compassion. Then how do we know we are compassionate or not? I think we should study ourselves. Just we cannot make it, since we are ordinary beings, we cannot make it without anger and desire anything in this moment. Until you reach in the first Burma, we cannot make it. But we can reduce it. And we just look at that, how much you can be patient, tolerant. How much you can different yourself from last year until now. It's many ways, and actually you can feel, you can see your position. Maybe 10 years ago you are so temperamental, easy to agitate by any word, anything, any action, any expressions. But now you looks like everything okay. So that means your compassion is developing, and you can see easily yourself. You are developing, your inner quality is developing. That we how we can judge ourselves, whether we are. They also have to judge ourselves in a different way. Our practice, when we do Dharma practice, chanting Amitabha, posting to Buddha Dharma, and go to center, all those things, whether it's really doing right, or also whether it's benefit for us or not. Just check our last year and this year, has there any slightly different or not? Instead getting better, if the getting worse, that means we have to work hard. And that is how we know whether our compassion or loving kindness or bodhicitta is developing or not. Now another thing, if our compassion stage is hard and a little bit growing up, it naturally, not only human beings, even animals like you more than others. Even animals know that how you compassionate it. We, in our experience, some great masters. Actually, animals love them more than us. We go together. When we go, they run away. But the master go to there. They love them. They come to them. So those are really sign of the how the person's compassion is growing, how they getting better. That's how we know. How we know on it. So, okay.
One very short question following just now. You said Arya Bodhisattvas are born here to benefit beings, so they have to pretend to be normal. So, if they stop pretending to be normal, what would they be? And does it mean that they break their vow, their Bodhisattva vow?
Okay, because you mean that they are lying. I mean, you mean you worry about they are just not honest? You think?
No, it's good to pretend to benefit people. But if you stop pretending, you give up. Like, I don't care. I'm just not gonna do this anymore. I quit. Then does it?
You mean the Bodhisattva would do like that?
Yeah. So does it mean they break their Bodhisattva vow? Like, I'm so tired of.
That means, I think Bodhisattva will come purposely for helping other beings. And once they have got chance, they will not leave easily.
So they actually enjoy doing that?
Definitely.
Okay.
They will enjoy. One thing, very good thing, Shantideva, what he said. Buddha is really kind, graceful for us. Really kind to us. How you can repair to Buddha? You're offering fruits, incense, offering waters, and post it 100,000 times. No, that is not able to repair to Buddha. If you help the sentient beings who Buddha most cherished, then you only can repair Buddha's kindness. At this, you see that Bodhisattva also, they have basically fallen in love with the sentient beings. So so they will never stop if they got chance to have anything to sentient beings. So.
So I have a sort of very mundane, practical question. Because just now you said about fishing, the suffering.
Okay.
But over the last few years, I begin to think of this whenever, let's say, a cockroach or a lizard appears in the house. Mm-hmm. From young, we are sort of trained to immediately react by killing it. But recently, I have been thinking that, of course, if you are the cockroach or the lizard, how would you like it if already you're trying to run away and still someone comes and kill you? And usually in a horrible way, like using some chemical or just smash you. So sometimes, I mean, I haven't stopped doing that exactly because I think it threatens my health. I haven't stopped killing cockroaches or lizards because I sort of think that it harms my health to have them in the house. But yeah, at the same time, we are supposed to develop compassion. So in a very practical way, what would you think we should do? Yeah.
Well, actually, these kind of things are very, it have to depend on the individual's case. For me, myself, no matter cockroach or lizards, I have never killed for many, many, many years. Even in my bed or wherever it is. Maybe sometimes coincidentally killed the mosquitoes. But it's still not purposely killing on it. I'm trying to put it into practice, in small ways. But I completely understand your situations, not only normal people, we have already normal life, and we cannot, do everything immediately. So there are many ways. If you cannot control yourself to killing these, but before you killing, maybe you chant some Amitabha's names, some mantras, what you have heard, to chant. If you have a time to chant to them before you killing. It's a practical, it's also mundane practical. That's what you can do. That also really help. Slowly it helps. Helps. I also understood that if there's any other way to, without killing, or maybe catch them through some other ways. Maybe you need to work a little bit extra work. That's also really good. They're improving. And slowly. Anyway, you have already thinking that way. That means actually your wisdom of understanding the compassion is improving. But before you have never think like that. You kill. You never think about that. But you have already concern about this. But still not. Of course, you cannot avoid it without killing it, but you have already doubted and thinking about this. That means good news. That you are already concerned about other beings' feeling. That means you already know that the kokora has a feeling. That means you have already have some understanding of the kokon. You have putting your shoes in a kokora's. You have putting your feet in the kokora's shoes a bit. That is already improved in that sense. It's very good. So slowly it's have to depends on the individual's capacity, and then sometimes the good news in a Mahayana Buddhism. So for example, you have no choice. You also have to have a healthy body, a healthy yourself, your family, others. If not, you leave them in a house, it will harm in something like adopt like that. But still, you can do some, compassion, general compassion. Even you have to kill it, and to chant some Amitabha's names, mantras. That means that we are starting practice. We are using some knowledge in there. That we have to start from like that way. We cannot jump immediately like that. So it's do like that way. Okay. Okay. Then I will go a little bit more on then. Sorry, is it time to stop? Okay. Then we just do meditation a little bit. Just relax. And then before make dedication. The meditation nowadays, meditation is already, the name of meditation is already fashion level. And also doing meditation is already kind of more secular, exercise. Also, which is good. Anyway, but meditation generally means without moving body, without moving our mind, like that. That's generally understood. With focusing our mind on something, and staying on one, abiding on one object for longer or longer period. All are actually good. It helps us. It's or even that's why the modern people experience it. That's why they are really lack meditation. And another way, in according Buddhism, everybody lack peace, right? It's a sign of the who are lack meditation. That means they are hungry for peace. Actually, that is the proof of that we are having the Buddha nature. Last night, somebody asked me, how can prove that we have a Buddha nature? I did trying to answer for that, and then I finally missed the part of the which I should to answer it. You know, we don't like to suffer. We want to have a more peace naturally. Maitreya Buddha said that is the sign that we are having the Buddha nature. Okay, so here today our meditation, if you have some view on Madhyamaka, if you have a view on Madhyamaka, just focus on Madhyamaka view. And if you not sure how to do meditate on Madhyamaka or middle way view or emptiness, then also you can meditate on like compassion. Compassion, meditate compassion means you don't have to think each and every one of the sentient beings like imagine. You can't. You even can't. You just follow your word, sentient beings. Then whoever has life, whoever born in samsara, they wish that they are free from suffering. And then just stop. Wish and just remain that wished. And it's not easy to maintaining that wish for more than 1 or 2 seconds. You will definitely feel aware that your mind is not on that object in a different place or different world. But you don't have to be upset. You just keep again focus on it. Once you are aware, it keep again on this focus on it. Because now is very easy to stay on the cushion without moving, but not easy to keep our mind on object for more than 1 minute. It's not easy. It's because we are building new habit, which is the most difficult one. So that what I'm trying to say that, or maybe if you just want to meditate on with some object, maybe you just visualize Manjushri in front you. Maybe you just think Manjushri is staying on in front of you. Even if you have a difficult to visualize all the colors, shapes, and hands, all those things, you just believe the Manjushri sit in front of you. Just focus on it. And then for a while. And then focus on it, maintain that focus with awareness, mindfulness. So 5 minutes. Okay, so now we are do dedication prayer.